Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Today Appa is going to make belacan fried chicken or fried chicken using belacan. Actually, Appa has been doing this quite often because my family quite like it. But I used to use the dry roasted belacan powder. And there is one problem with that particular method, which is it will have a slightly tinge of bitterness from the, I think it's from the belacan. So then I realized there's this product from This is not a sponsored video, by the way. Haven't engaged Appa to do anything before, but they actually have a belacan paste. Okay, they actually have a belacan paste. So I am going to make use of this belacan paste today to make the belacan fried chicken. And then I will put it inside the description when I post the video, telling you all whether the slight bitterness is still there or not. I will tell you the end result. Okay, not in the video but in the description, right? So let's look at what are the ingredients we need. I have approximately 5 pieces of chicken wing, and of course I have the fine shrimp sauce. Yeah, the belacan paste is here, and my favorite Vietnamese high grade, high quality fish sauce. All these ingredients I will put inside the description so that you know where to get it. And a bit of salt, sugar, and Shaoxing wine. A bit of I'm using Tapioca Starch. You can also use cornstarch. Right. So there's only 2 steps: marinate the chicken, then deep fry. Right. So I'm going to start with putting in approximately 1 tablespoon of the shrimp paste. A bit of fish sauce. Shaoxing wine, about 2 tablespoons, and to balance it, I'm going to put in a bit of sugar. Some people will put in also an egg. To me, it is optional. So I'm going to mix everything up. To me, the egg is optional because egg is actually used as a medium to mix everything up together. So if you put, to me, if I put a little bit more on Shaoxing wine, it is also acting like a medium to bring everything together. Right. So if you want a very thin crust outside, you can put in the starch powder. Or I have actually eaten some, especially the Thai style, which they don't really put any starch powder at all. So up to you which style you like. I'm going to put a little bit of starch powder here. Okay, it's actually pretty dry. So you either put a little bit more Shaoxing wine, or you can actually put 1 egg inside, or half an egg inside. A bit of tapioca starch. This will give it a very thin crust later. And if you would like the crust to be thicker, then you can actually coat another round of dry powder right before you deep fry. Today I'm going to skip that particular step. Usually I will do that, but today I'm going to skip that. There's no rules in Appa's kitchen. Okay, and then we are going to put wrap this with a cling wrap and put it in the fridge for about 1 to 2 hours to let it marinate. Alright, so next thing you do is after about 2 hours in the fridge, at least minimum 30 minutes before you want to deep fry, take the chicken out, let it go back to the room temperature before you want to deep fry. Okay, then you need to prepare some hot oil, and we want to use medium heated oil to deep fry first, and then I'm going to do, I may do a double fry using high heat later. I will decide later whether is it crispy enough. So medium heated is somewhere around 140 degrees Celsius. And how you know, just put a chopstick inside, and if you don't, the moment you put inside, you will see some small bubble coming out, and you don't see any smokes, then that is about 140 degrees. This is not yet. This is probably only about close to 100. I'll give it a few, about another minute. All right. Now we can put in the chicken. So why is it you don't want to use too high heat? Because one thing can happen. Your chicken will become chao da outside, but inside is not yet cooked. So of course, when you see in the TV or the kitchen, they are using high heat things and this and that, but just imagine the amount of oil they use. It's like at least triple the amount of what I'm using today. Because at home we don't use that kind of oil. Okay, so let's be a bit patient because we use lesser oil at home, and therefore you use lower heat at first. Don't worry, lower heat doesn't mean it will eat oil. Yeah, it won't. Especially just to make sure right before you want to take out the chicken at the end of the day, it is on a slightly higher heat. Then it won't add oil. It won't eat any oil. Okay, Chinese say eating oil, meaning it won't absorb any oil. Ooh, I must admit, this particular belacan paste is a lot more fragrance than my belacan powder. I can smell it right now. Very, very fragrant. Very, very fragrant. Okay, everything will probably take somewhere around 6 to 8 minutes, the maximum. We'll come back shortly. Today, this is the no dry, without the dry powder version. Okay, without the dry powder version. So the difference will be, this will be lesser crispy outside, because the dry powder, if you coat it with a dry powder, it will be very crispy, especially after you do double fry. But this one, you won't get a dry powder. But then again, some of you may say, Appa, you still put a bit of powder inside at the marination later. Yes, that purpose is not to form the dry, the crispy surface, but instead it is actually going to help all the marination to actually stay on the chicken itself, right? So I have adjusted the heat a little bit outwards. Now we are starting to get the color already. This is after approximately about close to 5 minutes. Almost 80% cooked. So now we want the color. This is more like the one I actually had at the Thai restaurant the other day, right before the NCO. We'll come back shortly. Actually, Appa just took the vaccination for COVID yesterday. So today Appa is a little bit blur. So this video may be a little bit blur. I apologize. Yeah, if I say anything wrong, I apologize. So now I'm actually on slightly higher heat right now, medium high. So now we just want the try to get a nice color. Oh, okay. It's almost done actually. Okay, now it's about 7 or 8 minutes. Today is actually longer because I put more chicken inside, so the temperature of the oil actually reduces. But you can see this is exactly what I wanted. Beautifully fried. Get ready an oil absorbing paper on the side. Oh, beautiful, beautiful golden brown color. Very nice and super fragrant. I wish you can smell this. Take it out very carefully. This one will take slightly longer time as usual. Take it out. Oh. This version, it will definitely be lesser crispy as the one with the dried powder, but still, it is going to taste really good as well. And how do you make sure your chicken will not absorb any oil during deep frying process? Make sure the moment when you take it out, it must be on a higher heat. Then it will actually, the higher heat will actually pushes all the oil to release from the chicken itself, right? And also use an oil absorbing paper at the side. So this is Appa's another version of deep fried chicken with fermented shrimp paste with belacan. Alright, so I hope you like my video. If you like my video, do share my video out on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page, click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Stay safe everyone. Bye bye.